Week 1 is behind us, and what an opener it was. The SEC landscape has shifted with Texas and Oklahoma now in the mix, adding a fresh dynamic to the competition. We're already witnessing significant changes, including one team finding its footing after the retirement of the legendary Nick Saban. While some traditions hold strong, the excitement this season is undeniable. Nate made his mark right out of the gate, going 10 for 13 with his picks against the spread. Now, as we gear up for Week 2, let's dive back into the action with Nate's locks.
With our first pick of Week 2, Tennessee takes on NC State, with Tennessee favored by 8 points.
So Tennessee has done pretty good. They've got #1 defensive player in the league. They got Nico Mbenyama, pretty good player. And NC State really struggled playing Western Carolina. So I do think Tennessee will hold it up and win.
Texas heads up to Ann Arbor to take on the Michigan Wolverines, with Texas favored by 7.5 points.
I think Michigan losing Jim Harbaugh was really bad for them. They got a new coach. He isn't the best. They won by 20 over Fresno State. And Texas, they've got a really good QB. And they destroyed Colorado State last game they had. So I think Texas is probably going to beat them.
Arkansas versus Oklahoma State, with Arkansas a 7.5 point underdog.
Arkansas did pretty good last game, but first game's a little easy for good teams. So Oklahoma State, I think, is a really good team, and Arkansas isn't doing really good in the SEC so far. So I think Oklahoma State will defeat Arkansas.
Well, Tennessee Tech at Georgia. Georgia is favored by 53.5 points.
Georgia's #1 right now. They're really unbeatable. So, and Tennessee Tech, not doing good. So I think Georgia will probably win.
McNeese versus Texas A&M. A&M is favored by 52 points.
Texas A&M, they did lose to Notre Dame, but they played a pretty hard team. So McNeese is way easier, and I think Texas A&M will win.
Cal heads to the Plains to take on the Auburn Tigers. Auburn is favored by 13.
Auburn destroyed Alabama A&M last week, so California and Alabama A&M are really kind of the same, so I think Auburn will win.
In South Carolina, Kentucky. Kentucky is favored by 10 points.
The first SEC game this year, South Carolina, they did win their first game, but Kentucky is a little too much for them. So I think Kentucky will win.
Middle Tennessee State at Ole Miss. Ole Miss is favored by way too many.
Ole Miss is a great team. They put up 76 points over Furman, and UTSA is even worse. So give me Ole Miss.
South Florida at Alabama. Alabama is a 31-point favorite.
Last year, this game went pretty crazy. Everybody was it was going just crazy. But this year, I think Alabama could have a chance beating them again.
Buffalo comes to Missouri. Missouri is favored by 34.5 points.
Missouri is a great team. I think they're amazing. Buffalo isn't that good, but let's take Missouri this one.
Sanford Bulldogs visit the Florida Gators in the Swamp.
Sanford, they lost their last game. Florida did too. That was over in ranked 25, a top-ranked team. So I think Florida Gators are going to win.
Nichols arrives in Death Valley to take on the LSU Tigers.
LSU is another great team. They're like Missouri. They did lose over USC, but again, that was over a top 25 team. So I think LSU will win this game.
Alcorn State at Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt just had an amazing win over Virginia Tech. Now they're playing Alcorn State, so I think Vanderbilt's probably going to pull it up again, but by more points this time.
Houston at Oklahoma. The Sooners are a 30-point favorite.
Houston is not a good team. Oklahoma is doing really good. So I think Oklahoma's probably going to win.
Nate's Lock of the Week. Mississippi State versus Arizona State. The Sun Devils are favored by 6 points.
Mississippi State did do the win last week over Eastern Kentucky. And Arizona State did win too, but Mississippi State's probably going to pull the underdog and win.
We've seen some bold predictions, a few surprises, and of course, plenty of SEC football action. Whether Nate's picks line up with yours or not, one thing's for sure. The season's just heating up, and we're in for a wild ride. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with all of Nate's weekly picks. Will his predictions keep hitting the mark, or is there an upset on the horizon? You'll have to tune in next week to find out. Thanks for watching, and remember, good luck and good bets.